Salt Lake Trappers Baseball on Call 910 is being brought to you by Big Al's Rotisserie, Page Brake, Dunn Oil, Pro Satellite, Armadillo Brothers, and Dan Eastman Jeep Eagle Suzuki. Now back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Trappers, Kurt Wilson.
Here come the Trappers in the bottom of the 7th inning, a scoreless ball game, and Eddie Ortega to start it off. Ortega, Steffen, and Hertensteiner for Salt Lake in the 7th inning. No score in the ball game. Ortega brings the infield in halfway, except at third, where the third baseman is in, and the outfield shifted toward left and shallow. Eddie 0 for 2 on the night. He bunts, pushes it toward the pitcher. Sinicori off the mound, has it, fires to first to get it. Has to get that bunt past the pitcher. That's Sinicori off to field it to get Ortega. So 1 man out in the 7th, and it'll be Todd Steffen who has singled and walked. No runs, 7 hits, no errors for Great Falls. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for Salt Lake. Steffen batting with 1 out, bases empty. A .303 hitter during the season, and Sinicori's fastball is low. Todd singled with 1 out in the 3rd, was stranded at 2nd in that inning. Walked in the 5th to lead off, but then was caught stealing for the final out after Hertensteiner and Castillo couldn't move him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. Crowd again starting to stand up. Chris Sinicori, the 3rd Dodgers pitcher of the night. The 2-0 pitch, and it hits dirt, 3-0. Waiting on deck, the league's leading home run and RBI man, Rick Hertensteiner. 3 balls, no strikes, and Todd will be taking all the way this time. Here's the pitch, and it's high and tight, ball 4. A 1-out walk given to Steffen. For the Dodgers pitching staff, that is 7 walks given up. Here's Rick Hertensteiner. A 1 on, a 1 out. Rick is 1 out of 3. Hertensteiner singled in the 3rd. He has struck out his other 2 times. Activity in the Dodgers bullpen. They have got a left-hander and a right-hander. Sinicori sets and pitches. Swings, foul back, strike 1. Rick Gorecki started for Great Falls, working 3 1/3, 4 hits and 6 strikeouts. Mike Walkden, 2 1/3, no runs, no hits. He walked 3, and Sinicori has worked 2/3 of an inning, walking 2. So to first and diving back safely is Steffen. No wind at all, just a beautiful night for baseball, and this has been a classic game. No score in the bottom of the 7th. 1 strike on Hertensteiner. The kick, the pitch, swing, there's a liner, just foul, past 3rd. Tried to take it down that line. Now he's behind 0-2. Trappers had 1 big opportunity in this game. In the 4th inning, the bases were loaded with 1 out. Eddie Ortega hit a fly ball to medium depth left field. David Rolls tagging at 3rd, tried to score, but he was gunned down on a perfect throw from Patrick Reed to Ken Huckabee. They set the 0-2 to Hertensteiner. And it's strike 3 called on the inside corner. Rick doesn't believe it. That's 3 times that he has struck out tonight. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Benny Castillo. Benny is overdue. He's 0 for 3 on the night. 2 strikeouts and a foul pop to the catcher. Benny had a home run last night. And he led the Pioneer League in doubles this year. Actually broke the Pioneer League record, which was set by Cecil Fielder back in 1982. So to first, and Steffen gets back. Steffen the runner, 2 men out, bottom of the 7th. A scoreless ball game, and the crowd starting to chant Benny. Here's the pitch, and it gets past the catcher. On to second goes Steffen on a wild pitch. It hit dirt and went right through the legs of the catcher. So the wild one moves Steffen into scoring position with 2 outs. Todd has some pretty good speed out there at second. In a ball game like this, if there's any kind of base hit, they're going to try to score him. 1 ball, no strikes to Benny Castillo. Steffen gets the lead at second. 2 men out in the inning. Sinacori, the check of the runner and the pitch. High chopper toward third. Blanco has it. Throws in the dirt, and it bobbles, and Benny is safe. Holding at third is Steffen. Error on the throw. Henry Blanco, who has been Gold Glove in this series, threw it in the dirt, and Williams couldn't handle it. Castillo aboard on the Blanco error, but Steffen had to hold at third. Luckily for Williams and the Dodgers, he kept it in front of him instead of letting it get away, or the run would have scored. Here's Theron Todd, and here comes Guy Conti, the pitching coach. Dodgers activity in the bullpen. They've got a left-hander and a right-hander. The lefty is the big guy, Cam Aronet. The right-hander is Jose Parra. 7th inning. Trappers have him at first and third with 2 outs. Conti still talking strategy with Chris Sinacori. No score in the ball game, but the Trappers trying to get a 2-out rally here. Steffen, the go-ahead run, standing 90 feet away from home plate. And the plate umpire out to break up the conversation. So it'll be Sinacori and Theron Todd battling here in the 7th inning. Theron doubled in the first, lined out in the third to the right fielder, walked in the 6th. He drove in the winning run last night. He'll be up there trying to drive in the go-ahead run here in the 7th. Steffen at third, Castillo at first, Sinacori ready. Here's the first pitch, and it's low, ball 1. With a runner at third, anything can happen. A wild pitch, a pass ball. A lot of things can happen with that runner 90 feet away. 1 ball and no strikes. Left-handed hitting Theron Todd. Sinacori, a deep breath, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Steffen at third, Castillo at first. 2 outs. Benny has good speed over there. They're holding him on the bag. That leaves a big hole on the right side for Theron to shoot at. They're playing him to pull. And the fastball is outside, 2-1. Landrum in center is actually 5 steps into right center. The big hole in left center field. A big hole on the right side of the infield. A 2-1 count, a hitter's count. Here's the set and the pitch. And it's low. Good stop by Huckabee. That one just about got through. 3-1. David Rolls waits on deck. The Pioneer League Championship Series Game 3. The winner takes all. No score in the 7th inning at Dirks. The crowd starting to stand. 3 balls and a strike. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Sinacori is set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Now what that does is it will allow Castillo to take off from first base with a full count and 2 outs. He'll get a good jump. But it also makes the first baseman Williams go back into normal position. That takes away that hole on the right side. So Williams back of the runner. Steffen at third, Castillo at first. A full count on Theron Todd. Here's the set by the right-hander Sinacori. And the pitch. There goes the runner. It's inside. Ball 4. Bases are full for David Rolls. Bottom of the 7th. No score in the game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. David Rolls will bat. Rolls 1 out of 3. He singled in the 4th inning. That was sandwiched in between a strikeout and a fly to center. In the series, Rolls is 1 out of 8, and he's walked 2 times. Rolls has the best eye on the Trappers team. He led the Trappers in drawing walks with 48 during the regular season. So he's going to wait up there, make sure that Sinakori throws strikes. He has already walked 3 men. Bases loaded, 2 outs from the windup. Here's the first pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Started him out with a fastball. Looked to be above the knees. The crowd doesn't like the call, but it's 0-1. Stephan at third. Castillo at second. Todd at first. Good speed out there with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the motion and the 0-1. Curve just about hit him. Oh, he ducked the shoulder, and if he wouldn't have, it would have hit him and would have driven in a run. But that's just a natural reaction to pull that shoulder in. The count is 1-1. Outfield shaded toward right. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's inside, just about hit him again. 2-1. Two walks and an error in the 7th, loading him for Salt Lake. The crowd hoping the Trappers can get a run here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Swing, 1 hopper, past the third baseman to the left. 1 run scores. Castillo coming home. On to third goes Teron Todd. A double for David Rolls. The Trappers lead 2-0. David Rolls, a sharply hit ball past the third baseman Blanco. He tried to get his body and glove in front of it. A 2-base hit to left. The Trappers have taken the lead in the 7th inning on the 2-run double with 2 outs. The crowd going nuts here at Dirks Field. Teron Todd winding up at third. David Rolls at second. And Carlos Estevez will be intentionally walked to load the bases. Ball 1 way outside. This inning started rather routinely. Eddie Ortega tried to bunt his way aboard and bunted too hard back to the pitcher for out number 1. Todd Stephan walked. Rick Hertensteiner struck out. Benny Castillo, after Stephan had been wild pitched to second, reached on the error by Blanco. Teron Todd walked to load the bases for David Rolls, who doubled past the third baseman into left to drive in 2. And here's ball 4 to Carlos Estevez. The bases are loaded. And Steve Cunha is scheduled, but it looks like it'll be Kerry Shaw coming out to grab a bat. Nick Belmonte running over toward the dugout. Shaw, the switch hitter, has grabbed a bat, and he is coming out of the dugout to pinch hit in the DH spot for Steve Cunha. The veteran Kerry Shaw. Trappers lead 2-0, bottom of the 7th. Cunha, while he was in there, 0 for 2 plus a walk. Continued activity in the bullpen for Great Falls. They have double-barreled activity, left and right. Sinakori giving up 2 unearned runs. This inning should have been over, but the Henry Blanco throwing error keeping the inning alive. Kerry Shaw played for this Salt Lake team back in 1988. That Trappers team finished 4 games out of first place. Worked in the San Francisco Giants organization for a couple of years, and he came back here to Salt Lake, and he's batting with the bases loaded, 2 outs. 7th inning, Trappers lead 2-0. Todd at third, Rolls at second, Estevez at first. Sinakori will work from the windup, and the pitch to Shaw, batting left-handed, and he takes outside, ball 1. During the regular season, Kerry Shaw finished at .301, 1 home run, 14 runs batted in. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Todd at third, Rolls at second, Estevez at first, 2 outs. 2 runs in here in the 7th inning. Sinakori from the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A swing, fly ball to left. Reed should have it. He's waiting, and he's got it. But the Trappers take the lead. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 runners left. We played 7 at Dirks Field. Salt Lake 2, Great Falls nothing.
Hollywood is coming to Salt Lake City. That's right, Hollywood is coming to town looking for talent. If you are in a band, sing, or play a musical instrument, now is your chance to stretch your stuff in front of someone who can make a difference in your career. Just call 595-4095. If you are out of the Salt Lake area, call 1-800-944-3351. Multi-Talent Search will put you on the road to a musical career. Coming this fall is the Multi-Talent Search show featuring Utah's brightest musicians. This is a professional show, and the winners are given incredible prizes. The first prize winner will receive a recording contract from a major music label, plus a guitar and amplifier. The second prize winner will receive $3,000 cash. The entry fee for the show is $100, and all participants will receive a promotional package, including a demo tape and picture provided by Multi-Talent Search. So if you've got the talent, Multi-Talent Search has the place for you to show it. Just call 595-4095 or 1-800-944-3351. Don't delay. Call today.
You know how I got through college? Savings bonds. My parents bought them on the payroll savings plan. And what did I do with my college education? Made high-risk investments, stocks, futures, options. Yeah, I was real smart. Spent hours on it every day. 10 years later, I've barely broken even. And suddenly, there's a baby on the way. Hey, I'm buying savings bonds today.
Now tax-free for college. Call 1-800-US-BONDS.
Dodgers batting in the 8th inning. The Trappers lead 2-0. Willis Oteñez, Frank Smith, and Leroy Williams, the meat of the order, with Jim Guidey out on the mound. First pitch to Oteñez. He takes just low and away. Ball 1. Oteñez, the shortstop, 1 out of 3 tonight. He singled back in the 3rd. Guidey has been in since the 5th inning. Activity in both bullpens. And there's a strike, 1-1. Guidey came on in the 5th with a runner aboard, nobody out, replacing Dave Marcon. And he got him out in the 5th inning. He takes, and it's outside, 2-1. First man he faced was Juan Castro in the 5th, who bunted it too hard back to Guidey, who got the lead runner at second. They caught Castro stealing, and then Oteñez flied to left to end the inning. There's the 2-1, a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Salt Lake. No runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Great Falls Dodgers. We're in the 8th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Oteñez. And Guidey's motion. Here's the pitch. And it's low and away, 3-2. Guidey has allowed a 1-base hit since he has been in the ball game. He's walked 1, and he has struck out 3. And now he has gone full on Oteñez. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch. He swings, fly ball, right center. Hertensteiner on the horse. He's over there. He makes the running catch. 1 out in the 8th inning. Here's the dangerous Frank Smith. Trappers 2, Dodgers nothing in the 8th. The winner takes home the Pioneer League Championship for 1991. Smith has been handled rather easily tonight. 2 strikeouts and a fly to right. He tied for the team lead in home runs during the regular year with 6. 1 out, base is empty. Pitch is taken high. Started him off with a changeup, ball 1. Good crowd on hand here tonight, and a very vocal crowd here in the last couple of innings, led by Bill Murray and Frank Layden, who had their rally caps going. He takes, and it's just outside. Tried to get the slider across, 2-0. Trappers with continued action in the bullpen. Willie Ambos and John Gilligan are down there warming up, and here comes Mark Brewer, the pitching coach, to talk to Guidey. Dodgers have had tons of chances tonight. Their biggest chance came in the 1st inning when they had runners at 1st and 3rd, nobody out. But Dave Marcon Got a fly to shallow right, a strikeout, and then a force out to get out of that inning. Dodgers had runners at first and second with 2 outs in the second. Marcon struck out Patrick Reed. First and second, 1 out in the third. Marcon got Leroy Williams to line into a double play. In the sixth inning, Guidy had Dodgers at first and second, 2 outs, and he struck out the pinch hitter Jay Kirkpatrick. And then Guidy set him down in order in the seventh. 8 men left on base for Great Falls tonight. Conference is over. 2-0 count on Frank Smith with 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball was in a good location down below the knees, and the count 2 balls and a strike. Outfield straightaway for this right-handed hitter out of Riverside, California. Infield in normal position, guarding the line at third. Here in the late going. High fly ball down the right field line, slicing foul, and it goes into the seats. That'll even the count 2-2. You're listening to Salt Lake Trappers Baseball on KALL. Call 910 in Salt Lake City. I'm Kurt Wilson. We have had a fantastic ball game here tonight. Trappers lead it 2-0 in the 8th inning. Trappers scored 2 unearned runs in the 7th inning on a 2-run, 2-out double by David Rolls. A 2-2 count on Frank Smith with 1 out. Smith back in the batter's box. Guiding the motion. And the 2-2 pitch. He swings, line shot, base hit into right. A 1-out single for Smith here in the 8th inning. Belmonte has Ambos and Gilligan in the bullpen if he needs them and if he wants them. Leroy Williams will be the batter. Nick is at the top step of the dugout. Gilligan got the save last night. Guidy has been fantastic in his outing here tonight. But there's a runner aboard, 1 out. He'll stick with Guidy. Williams has been aboard once on a walk. Double play depth for the infield. First pitch is just low. Ball 1. Williams was the man who bounced out to end the first inning, lined into the double play in the third, and then he walked in the 6th. So he has been up in some very big situations. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch swung out and missed. The changeup well ahead of it, and the count even 1-1. Salt Lake 2, Great Falls nothing in the 8th. Smith gets a short lead. He's not much of a steal threat. And the pitch, fouled back, 1-2. Ken Huckabee waits on deck. Right-handed hitting Leroy Williams out of Garyville, Louisiana. He's 4 out of 10 in the championship series with 1 run batted in. .297 hitter during the season. 2 runs on 5 hits with no errors for Salt Lake. No runs, 8 hits, and a 1 error for Great Falls. And that error was a key one, keeping the Trappers inning alive, and they scored 2 unearned. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the set, the pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Williams is the second out. Guidy has now struck out 4, and he'll face Ken Huckabee. Huckabee 1 out of 3. He singled back in the second. Since then, he has grounded to second and flied to center. Smith at first, 2 outs. Huckabee taking his time getting into the batter's box, taking a few practice cuts before he gets in. Trappers have a couple of men ready. Ambos and Gilligan are waiting to be called if needed. But it's Guidy in there, and the first pitch just high. 1 ball, no strikes. Guidy hasn't missed by much on a couple of pitches here in the last 2 batters. Smith the short lead. Estevez on the bag with him at first. And the 1-0 pitch. He swings, fly ball to shallow right. Here comes Benny. He's there. He's got it. And the 8th inning comes to an end. For the Dodgers in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Trappers will come to bat in the bottom of the 8th It's Salt Lake 2. Great Falls nothing.